Aloha and welcome to our first session of Vala'au Mondays with your local boy, Tyrone. Now, Vala'au Mondays is dedicated to all of our kupuna out there, all of our tutu, our elderly. Vala'au comes from the Hawaiian word meaning talk story. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We are going to talk story. Why, you may ask? Because we want to hear your story. You have lived an amazing and long life, and we want to learn from you. And so, Vala'au Mondays is dedicated again to you and getting to hear from you. For Vala'au Mondays to work, one, you're gonna need a partner, and so make sure that there are two of you. What will happen is that I'm going to ask you a question. Now, for Vala'au Mondays to work, you need someone to Vala'au with. And so, make sure that you have a partner to be able to talk. Secondly, what's going to happen with Vala'au Mondays is that I have a couple of questions. Some of these questions, again, are to get to know you and hear your story. Okay? And so, I will ask the question, and that's the question you both are going to need to talk about. Okay? You can pause after each question to give you time to talk. All right. Now let's start off easy. This is the warm-up for our socializing experiment here at Vala'au Mondays. First question, what is your full name? All right. Now when we're talking about name, feel free to express things. Where did your name come from? Why did they name you that? Is there any meaning to your name? Okay. Okay. We are now done with our two warm-up questions. Now let the fun begin. First question, let's see what we got. What is something you think everyone should do at least once in their lives? Hey now, just another reminder. After each question, feel free to pause. That way you guys have time to interact, to vala'au. Get back to it. Next question. If you could go back into time, what one thing would you tell your teenage self? Ooh. Next question. What's the best job you ever had? Now I hope we're getting to learn a little bit more about each other, and that especially you're trying to remember your story. All right. Now next question. What's one of your pet peeves? Okay, ready for the next one? In what way do you feel your childhood was happier than others? Oh, you're back for more. All right, well, we got two more questions of this first session of Vala'au Mondays. Question, if you could visit any place in the world, where would you choose to go and why? Okay, last question for you. One of my favorites. How did you meet your husband or your wife? Was it love at first sight? And that's a wrap, not a whap. Thank you for joining with me here at our first session of Vala'au Mondays with your local brother, Tyrone. Now, before we leave, give me just a quick second to talk about something super important. Social interaction and human relationships. Now, by nature, we are naturally social creatures. We need to connect and to talk and to interact with other people. Now imagine, especially for our elderly, how more important that is for them. Social interaction gives them the chance to continue to work on their mental faculties, but also it's good for the heart. They feel needed, they feel wanted, they feel important. Now, it's no surprise that because of these reasons, social interaction and those with strong social relationships, they are much more healthier and happier. Individuals with strong social relationships are linked to lower risk of diabetes, high blood pressure, rheumatoid arthritis, certain types of cancer, as well as, of course, things, lower risks of depression and isolation, which you can imagine the elderly that can tend to happen. Um, and so, real simple. You can see this exercise today. Vala on Mondays is all about questions and getting to know people's stories. We can do that every single day. Don't need to be a kupuna. Um, we can do that with our friendships and strengthening our friendships. And so, encourage us all, to continue to strengthen our social relationships, but especially um, with our elderly. And so, let's go. I'm out.